Hello and welcome to the BVB update for September 30th. I'm Stefan Butzko and in this format I cover Borussia Dortmund news and other shenanigans, and it is of course the Friday night ahead of tomorrow's match against FC Köln in the Bundesliga. It's a 3:30 kickoff local time in Cologne, and yeah, this is obviously the time where I try to predict the starting lineup, but if we take a look at what I've predicted, you will see quite quickly that yeah, indeed I have not really tried to be as realistic as possible, but yeah, cooked up my own little thingy, and as you can see, I've opted for a 4-3-3 system, and since Borussia Dortmund do have a lot of significant injuries, this is sort of the stopgap I'm doing here. So Meyer still in goal because Gregor Kobel hasn't fully recovered yet. And then the back line, Hummels and Süle, I think is the most solid partnership right now, because Nico Schlotterbeck is a little error prone. And then right, you have Meunier, and left Marius Wolf. And that is, of course, because of the midfield trio. Now, first of all, we have the always calm and collected Emre Can. And on the left side, we have Rafael Guerreiro, and on the right side, Julian Brandt, to help alleviate Cologne's pressing a little bit and have a bit more creativity in the middle of the park. And yeah, obviously that would be a bit of a risk because Rafael Guerreiro hasn't played the number 8 position, like double 8 here, in a very long time, but I still think it would be an upgrade over whatever else is out there. And if you have a 4-2-3-1, say, then Can would either have to pair up with Bellingham or Özcan. And I personally think that Özcan is not really fit enough for this game because he is only trained like 2 days and had to basically rest his foot for 2 whole weeks. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure he's on the level yet, and I would hate to rush him into this. And if he has a bone marrow edema, then he needs to rest the foot as much as possible. So this would be a good opportunity. And on the other hand, Jude Bellingham I also would rest. He is not injured, but nevertheless, I think given the schedule ahead, given that Dortmund play against Sevilla twice and Bayern in between, and then of course against Union Berlin, there's so many important games coming up. And Jude Bellingham obviously did play for England as well in the international break, that this Cologne match is probably the easiest one, even though it's far from being an easy game. But yeah, I would start Jude Bellingham on the bench and give him some rest. That way you have to rotate, and I think you have to start here. So this is why I've opted for this 4-3-3 and try to have some iron, if you will, with Emre Can, some ball winning capabilities in midfield, and some creativity, some ball retention, at least on paper, with Brandt and Guerreiro. And then up front, I'm going for pace because Malen and Adeyemi need to have that yeah, pacey outlet, and Moukoko also. I know it's a personal game for Anthony Modeste, and maybe the curse of the X could work, but I think after the goal in the Revier Derby, Moukoko has earned a start, and if he is fit enough to indeed start after picking up a knock during the international break, then I think he should be in the starting 11, and Modeste then can come on later as a super sub, if you will, and maybe reverse these roles. But I think fair is fair, so in my book, Moukoko is starting, and I think there's little to no argument about Adeyemi and Malen, just because there is a severe lack of alternatives right now. So you could also do a 4-4-2, I guess, with Moukoko and Modeste up front, and switch things around that way. But you know, this is what I've gone for. So yeah, let me know what starting 11 you would expect, and how you would play around to make up for the countless injuries. And yeah, I gave the injury update yesterday, so just check out yesterday's video if you want to hear more on that. But yeah, that's all from me for today. I'll catch you tomorrow if Borussia Dortmund win. If not, I will not have time as always. So yeah, thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye.